Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here, and a lot of you might be fighting Superman, Boss Superman in Scripts and Swords, and you might be like, damn, I wish I had Lexcorp Warsuit. I'm going to share with you a few pips using Lexcorp Warsuit on various teams, and yeah, we're going to together come with a conclusion if it does help that much, because honestly, even with level 5 Lexcorp Warsuit, fighting Superman is still an annoying thing to do, and it still feels like a chore, and the damages are not through the roof. But yeah, a lot out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so first up we got the King team here, and having a Warsuit makes no difference for this team since I don't even have it equipped on King, because that wouldn't be optimal. Warsuit will give us armor pierce on the special trees. King is going to deal damage from his basic attacks as well as the special tree. So you'd rather have classic Superman as a defense reduction mechanism rather than having Lexcorp Warsuit. So it makes a difference on this one. And yeah, that was a little bit of a weird interaction there, but it ended up working well. So yeah, with King, as you have seen, we have pretty much killed our own team there. And that way King was able to take advantage of the All Blades. Don't mind that super move. That super move was a panic move and it was awkward, so don't mind it. That should have happened a lot later into the fight. But yeah, worse it was on the classic Superman. It didn't make no difference on this one. So yeah, if you have a King Flant Aquaman and you might be like, oh, All Blades doesn't work in this fight. It does, but King needs to die and then get revived. Do keep in mind, as he died and gets revived, you'll obviously not be able to die again, or you'll die permanently. So we'll have to play it a little bit safer. And with this one, I've noticed that I'd rather use Father Box on Dr. Fate. Like, I could have put another script on Artifact, and by not doing that on Dr. Fate, I'm missing like 2k a deck. But at the same time, this fight is so annoying, and Boss Superman has such annoying attacks. He's not combo interruptible. He randomly does or does not use specials after jump attacks. It's overall a frustrating experience, so I'd rather be able to lock him into an infinite combo than have that additional attack, and that yields more damage. Trust me, I tried different approaches, and you have seen this with the King team if you're watching the streams. By the way, links to live stream on the channel in the description. And nothing really makes up for not being able to lock this unit into an infinite combo, because he's so annoying that you kinda have to. Doing this will be so much better than anything else you can come up with. Re-engage the combo. I've also tried doing the infinite combo in the corner with classic Superman, because he can do that, same as Gorilla Grodd, but for some reason it's not very reliable and fails sometimes, so yeah, we'd rather do this. And again, this fight went pretty well except for that super move, of course, which obviously didn't go as planned. And yeah, with all that out of the way, this is by far the highest damage pip out of them all, of course, because of the percentage damage on the special tree that we're able to do. And we ended up with a total of... Again, a huge amount of that is the percentage damage, but yeah, 160 million. Now, going with the Silver Banshee team, again, over here, I don't like using Imperator Batman. I think Reverse Flash and Martian Manhunter are still the far better choices. Of course, for 99% of you, it will be Reverse Flash, because Martian Manhunter is not an easy character to come around or come around his gears. So yeah, what I have found optimal to do is to just lock both of his abilities before tagging in Reverse Flash. Simply because that way he'll not be able to use any abilities on Reverse Flash, and there's no way he will disrupt our combo building. And that's just a far smoother gaming experience. Over here we got a little bit unlucky with the power swap on Reverse Flash, which sucks obviously. But we're able to build some combo. Silver Banshee in. And yeah, I missed a stack over there, my bad. I did that on purpose in order to... be able to tag Silver Banshee out after the special tree, so I could let Power Girl tank the super move. But I figured that out eventually, and I'll do that in future fights, that I can just let Silver Banshee tank that special, because she's got like maximum defense anyway. Special tree in there, and yeah, one special one. And with Silver Banshee is also that annoying factor that sometimes you got crazy low chance to disable. Like in theory it should be 90% chance to disable on Silver Banshee. And when fighting Dr. Fate in normal rates, it almost never happens that you don't lock an ability. But this dude has just 2 abilities. And Silver Banshee is not built to regard dudes with 2 abilities. She's like in her brain, oh, this dude has 3 abilities. So she has a chance to disable the non-existent ability. And when she doesn't disable it, which is always, she again has a chance to disable the non-existent ability, which can result in some pretty awkward moments in terms of ability disabling not working. Then some combo with reverse flash or Banshee back in, press full power, there we go, one more special tree. And again, over here you have no reason to equip Lexcorp Warsuit on Silver Banshee. I have it on reverse flash actually, to give him a little bit more health if he needs to. Because Lexcorp Warsuit, everything it deals in terms of damage is giving her some armor pierce, and she already has armor pierce by default on the special trees, so the Lexcorp Warsuit does literally nothing for her. So yeah, not required for this one either. Not a special one in there. Not a special one in there. Ring-age the combo here. Silver Banshee back in. Into a special tree. Backing off. Special one. Another special one. Yeah, lucky enough we did disables on this one. Like with Silver Banshee, sometimes, not in this fight I think, but sometimes you actually do crit. The red things that you're seeing are lethals, so it's not a crit. But sometimes a crit goes through, because if an enemy is crit resistance, doesn't mean he's crit immune, so there's a small chance a crit can go through, and that's some insane amount of damage. Unlucky on this one with that though, so 15 million. Okay, now let's move on to the Multiverse team. This is one of the teams that do better. I don't think this fight was necessarily the best one. I couldn't really pick the best one because I had a huge mess in terms of my recordings folders, so I'm sorry for that one. But yeah, the problem with the Multiverse team here is really the fact that they don't have a linear experience. Like, there's only one thing that needed to happen here for the Multiverse team to have the best experience possible. And, okay, that flash over there, if you've seen, was so awkward, he just wouldn't want to walk towards Boss Superman. But yeah, there's only one thing that is missing from a perfect Multiverse experience. Superman being combo interruptible. And because that's not possible, then Multiverse Flash will not have a good time. Like, yeah, it's a little bit of a benefit in the fact that Superman is going to be a tech character, so we take advantage of the Flash passive. But that also triggers randomly when you wouldn't really need it, so yeah, not the best experience. And Lexcorp Warsuit on this one is mandatory. I mean, not in terms of armor pierce on special tree necessarily, since you do reduce some of the distance to the burning anyway, but in terms of the buff that Multiverse Armored Supergirl gets. Okay, we got super move down on her there. It's not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I have Multiverse. You might have seen that there's a Multiverse Supergirl in there, because a lot of the times when I'm fighting these fights, the problem is that my Flash or my Multiverse Armored Supergirl doesn't survive. They're having a little bit of a rough time with that, because again, it's not an ideal fight. And if I was to put Red Hood, his super move would cost the maximum amount of energy anyway, since we kind of have to not use All Blades on him and put a Rise of Krypton artifact. But yeah, there's a reason for that Multiverse Supergirl in there. Also tried it with Black Lightning instead of that, and I guess it works a little bit better with Black Lightning as a defensive Multiverse character in this one. Flashback in. Again, it's not an ideal experience by any means, but this is one of the better teams to use here. I think this is the third best team as far as I'm aware. Also, I mean, I don't have all teams, so I don't know how Black Manta performs here. I'm in a maxed out Black Manta with Lexcorp, because I got my Black Manta on the other account and I don't have Lexcorp on the other account. So other than Black Manta, who I don't know how he performs here necessarily, I think this is the third best team. Second being Batman Ninja, and third being the King, and first being the King team. Okay, we got a little bit heat over there, which is the reason why we have Multiverse Supergirl in there. Again, not the best experience over here. Multiverse Armored Supergirl back in. Gonna refresh that burn. It's almost the end of the fight at this point. I don't even know why I tagged Flashback in. That was a mistake, but yeah. Lexcorp is required here, but still not an enjoyable experience. By the way, that damage sucked. I think I dealt at some point 20 million. Okay, so we have Catwoman here. And she's gonna have Lexcorp Warsuit on. And yeah, this is great for Batman Ninja Catwoman, but it's not mandatory if you have the regen metrics. because she needs to benefit from the little attack chance and little attack damage that she has. But she can't because of Superman cancelling them and turning them into dot, of course. But if you do have the Lexcorp Warsuit, you're going to get a shield after hitting him with an ability, which pretty much allows you to receive those buffs. If you don't have Lexcorp Warsuit, you can still use Regen Matrix, and just as with King, you let her die, she revives with the Regen Matrix, and after she has revived, she is no longer subject to that buff removal passive. So you're going to have a far better time over there. Special tree in there. And yeah, honestly, overall, I don't think Lexcorp is mandatory to fight Superman. Like, what's mandatory to fight Superman is to have a King team and to have patience. Lots of patience, and this dude requires lots of patience to deal with because it's not the most enjoyable experience to fight him. But yeah, if I didn't have Lexcorp Warsuit, I would have done slightly worse on this account. It does help a bit, but at the same time, I don't think it's really mandatory, especially since you have the Regen Matrix alternative and the King Revive in order to benefit from Oblates. If those alternatives, or I don't even know if they are bugs or glitches or they were intended features. Probably not, but they are just going with it to not get some public outcry on it. But yeah, if those alternatives did not exist for some certain characters, then Lexcorp Warsuit might have been a must here. But since those exist, I don't think this Lexcorp Warsuit is a must. Maybe it's a little bit of a must to have either Regen Matrix or Lexcorp Warsuit. So hopefully you drop some Regen Matrix from normal rates. But other than that, you're gonna be fine, I guess. Again, not saying this is easy or enjoyable or a proper fight or an interesting fight to fight. I'm just saying it's possible to beat it. On their account, I don't have Lexcorp Warsuit yet, and we're doing fine. So it's not a huge deal. You can go around it in various ways. And yeah, with this, I'm constantly trying to combo interrupt him. He doesn't have a guaranteed combo interrupt, but on top of the chance to combo interrupt him, we also have the chance for his attacks to miss because he's blinded. So we have odds, let's say, of 75 to 80% if played perfectly to combo interrupt him, so it's definitely worth doing. And yeah, this was one of my better Batman Ninja fights. This was really one of my better ones. And with all that out of the way, we dealt a total of 35.8. That's some good stuff for Batman Ninja. Okay, and now the last one will be the Black Adam team, and this is not one of the top 6 teams. It's one of the teams I have. You might see that there's 5 teams here, and you might be like, oh, Sigvald, on the Lexcorp Warsuit account, you got also the Just League team. I can't. I'm sorry. I tried to do it in various ways. I don't have the Superman team, so I have the Just League Flash team, Just League Cyborg team, and not even Just League Aquaman, because Aquaman gives you armor pierce on basic attacks. The Superman is immune to armor pierce on basic attacks, so putting Aquaman in that is 100% useless. So I'm using Silver Bane to get more damage on basic attacks because that's the next best thing I actually can get on that team. And yeah, it's just like Flash with Cyborg and Silver Bane, and even I've tried various things, okay? I've tried Firebox on Flash, I've tried Lexcorp Warsuit on Flash, I've tried every single thing on Flash. It doesn't work. We either play very, very safely and we end up dealing like 6, 7, 8 million damage, which is a garbage amount of damage. And that's with luck. Or we play a little bit more risky and we deal even less because he kills us. Like, Flash is going to die if Superman farts in his general direction. Like, if you got the proper Just League team, which is the Just League Superman team, which is far harder to get, then you don't have that problem because you got a super shield for those reasons and those situations. But in that scenario, nah. But yeah, let me know how is your experience if you're using the Just League team, Flash team here. But I'm not having a good time with that team, and everything I tried makes it underperform by a lot. Yeah, the Black Adam team is gonna be fine. I mean, it's a safe team to use as long as you don't go crazy trying to combo interrupt, which I kinda did there, but you can always go back on it as long as you're not dead. It's a pretty safe team to use again. It's not gonna yield a lot of damage because this team relies, as all teams in Injustice Mobile, on crit chance and crit damage, which are not a thing in this fight for some reason. Same, they actually rely on doing damage, and you can't really do damage if the enemy has armor, so I would say on this team is a must to have the Lexcorp, because that gives us a chance to have armor pierce on the special tree. It's not a 100% chance, it's an 80% chance I think at my Lexcorp level, but it's definitely gonna help a lot. So yeah, if I don't have Lexcorp Warsuit on this team, I think I'll deal like even all the way to 40% of the damage that I'm dealing now. So yeah, for random teams like this, Lexcorp is mandatory. And yeah, I mean, we're not dealing huge amounts of damage, but it is what it is. We have Red Hood in there because honestly I had no other support characters, and I was thinking about this today. We don't have enough support characters in Just 2 Mobile. There's a very small amount of support characters, and if you want to do something that's a little bit different than the meta teams, but at the same time not subtract any essential support character from the meta teams, you're not gonna have a good time. Not a special tree in there. And yeah, with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you did enjoy this. If you dislike it, maybe hit that bell button. And I'll see you all in the next one. Hope everybody gets Lexcorp Warsuit from Sorroy drops. Goodbye.